Hey guys, it's another tutorial with Sew by Babel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you for staying tuned, and welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new to this space. In this channel, what I basically do is to show you how-tos when it comes to fashion trend, tricks, tips, hacks, and upcycle anything fashion. If this is something you would find interesting or something you'd find helpful, ensure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell so whenever I upload a new video, YouTube will notify you. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to create this sleeve clamp design or crow sleeve design, or let's just say one step crow sleeve, like a crow neck, but this is a sleeve. So let's go straight into the tutorial. First, I drafted out my sleeve using my basic sleeve block, of course, and also I'll go ahead to divide the sleeve pattern just like you see me do. I'll divide it from the middle point on both vertical and horizontal side of the sleeve. I'll just go ahead to divide this like a cross sign. Just make sure you take your time to get the middle point, and this will get you started in your sleeve making. So after doing this, I will just go ahead to mark out 7 centimeters from the top front. So I'll be using my ruler instead of a tape because I realized that using a ruler would be much more easier for me since I'm using centimeter. And from the bottom part, I'll measure 3 centimeters. I'll measure 3 centimeters. So this is 7 centimeters and 3 centimeters. It's very tiny because I'm using a marker, but it's 3 centimeters. So I indicated the arrow. That's where I'm taking the measurement from, upward down. So from the middle point, from the middle mark, I'll go ahead to measure 2 centimeters, another 2 centimeters, just like this. And on the other side as well, the right side, I guess, I'll measure another 2 centimeters and another 2 centimeters, just like you see me do. So I'm trying to use the marker to label it. I hope you can see, just 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. So after doing that, I will then go ahead to connect the first 2 centimeters to the upper side that has been demarcated, just like this. So connect the first one, the first 2 centimeters, then the second 2 centimeters, connect it to the lower part that has been marked out. That's the 3 centimeters below. So now after doing this, I'll just go ahead to cut my pattern open. So the first part I'll be cutting it from the cap side, from the cap sleeve side, just like this, from the upper side, not from the sleeve round. So I'll go ahead to open it like this, and ensure you're not cutting it through. So I'm not cutting it through, I'm just putting it to a point where I can open it up. So from beneath it, just like this, I will go ahead to open it, not all through. I'll just go ahead to cut it just enough to hold it together. So I'm being very careful so as not to snap it out. So ensure you are very careful. I'll do the same for the other side as well. I'll just go ahead to open it as well, and ensure you are very careful once again so you won't open everything up totally. So after doing this, I'll just get a fresh pattern paper and go ahead to spread this on it. So after getting my fresh pattern paper, I'll go ahead to mark the middle point. I'll divide the pattern paper in two, so this will serve as a guideline for me when spreading out my pattern. So just like this, I place it at the middle. Place the middle of the sleeve on the line that you've drawn out. So I went ahead to open it like this and just tape it down using my transparent tape. So just tape it down as well, and just go ahead to align everything, making sure the longer part of this spread touches each other, just like this. I'm trying to ensure that it touches, just the tip is touching themselves, and I'll just tape it down just like you see me do. I'll go ahead to tape it down, and that's we're almost done with the spreading. So for the other part, for the upper part, I'll just go ahead to just tape it just like it's looking. Just tape it down like that, and the gap between both will be about 7 centimeter. See, I was not being careful enough and this part just snapped out, but then thank God for a transparent paper tape or sellotape. I will just tape that down like this. So while making yours, please be very careful so as not to snap out or rip out your slash. So I'll just go ahead to tape every side, all sides that needs to be taped. I'll go ahead to tape them down so it's very easy for me to mark all the necessary part that needs to be marked. So that's what I'll do for now. Also ensure that you are laying out your pattern very flat. Ensure you are laying out your pattern very flat, because if you don't lay them very flat, it will affect the actual measurement of your sleeve, the actual measurement that you'll be using. So ensure that you are laying all of them flat. So after taping them down just like this, I'll just go ahead to connect the both sides like this, just at the top. I'll go ahead to connect it like this. I'll just go ahead to connect it like this, and I tried taking the measurement, the distance between both ends, and I realized it was 7 centimeter, and it should actually be 7 centimeter. So it should actually be 7 centimeter. So from there, from one side, I will go up by 2 centimeter. I'll go up by 2 centimeter. From the right as well, I'll go up by 2 centimeter and just make a like triangle form. I'll just roll out a triangle form from that point, or rectangle, yeah, rectangle shape. So just like this, not triangle, rectangle rather. So just like this, just add 2 centimeter above it, and just use your I will then go ahead to use my marker to trace them out, to trace out all the shape, because we would need to transfer the whole shape to this new pattern paper. So just go ahead to transfer the shape, mark everything out just like this. Just go ahead to mark everything out, and do the same on the other side as well. Go ahead to mark everything out, and on the middle part that looks like a triangle, I will go ahead to blend it out, because we don't want a triangle. So from the middle part, we'll just go ahead to blend it out just like this. We don't want a triangle because we want it to sit pretty well around our arms. So go ahead to blend it out like this, and you are done. After blending it out, you can feel free to take out your slashed pattern. You can take out your slash pattern. I actually took mine off before I went ahead to cut it. So I took it out like this, carefully doing that, because even though I'm done, I don't want to still rip it out. So I carefully took it out, and now I'll just go ahead to cut my pattern out, and we'll go ahead to cut it on our fabric, which will be sewing. So I just went ahead to straighten out my lines because of the tape that I took out. So now I'm just cutting it out. I'll just go ahead to cut out my pattern and we are good to go. If you've watched this video so far, I would like you to please subscribe if you will not, and if you subscribe, please turn on your notification bell so whenever I upload a video, YouTube will notify you. And please give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Also comment, like and share. Thank you. So now I'm just cutting out my fabric. I'm using a pink satin fabric. I just went ahead to cut out the box because to me it's very easy to cut out from a small piece than from a large piece of fabric. So that's why I went ahead to cut out the little part first. So I'll just go ahead to cut out the pattern like this, and I will also be leaving an ½ inches allowance at the top. That will be for hemming, or should I say for piping, but I'll show you during the sewing time. When I'm sewing, I'll show you what I use that ½ inch for. So I just went ahead to cut this piece so to serve as an inner for the hem side, that's the sleeve hem. I will just go ahead to sew this. It's just follow the shape of the hem side of the sleeve. So I'll just go ahead to attach it to the bottom part of my sleeve, that's the hem, the sleeve hem, and I'll go ahead to top stitch. But before I top stitch, because it's in a form of a circle or a U shape, I'll go ahead to notch it. So I'll go ahead to notch it before I top stitch. It's just so I can have a very neat and nice hem or nice finishing at the end part of my sleeve. So I'll just go ahead to notch it just like this, and after notching it, I'll go ahead to top stitch, just the normal top stitching. So I'll go ahead to top stitch. So after top stitching, then I'll go ahead to pipe the ½ inches allowance that I left at the upper side of the sleeve. So but before I top stitch, I went ahead to iron the sleeve and then top stitch. Yeah, just top stitch like this all around, and that's it for the top stitching. So now for the ½ inch I left up there, I'll just go ahead to, that's the ½ inch I'm using my hand to indicate. So I'll just go ahead to pipe it, or you like hemming, like just the hemming, normal way to hem, just hem it, so yeah, you won't have like a rough edge at the center of your piece. So after piping it or hemming it, I will just go ahead to place this on my table and mark 3 centimeter. Yeah, 3 centimeter. You know, it was 3 centimeter that was at the edge that we used. So I'll go ahead to mark 3 centimeter from the up on both sides, and from that part I marked, I'll just pick it up like this delicately. Just pick it up like this, like you're folding it, and like you want to fold a dress, and just put the 2 edges together. Just put it like this. You can use a pin to hold this down, like I did initially. I used a pin to hold this down, just like this. I used the pin to hold it down to show you, but I will also go ahead to sew it. You can use your machine to just sew it, but I prefer using my hand needle to sew it first. And that's it. That is it. That's it. The sleeve is ready. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. It's so unique. The fun part for me is the opening at the middle. The fact that a little bit of your skin is showing, and it's so nice. It's so beautiful, and I just love it so much. So I will go ahead to sew this with my hand needle, I'll go ahead to sew this with my hand needle. I just decided to do it out again, just in case anybody is getting confused. 3 inches on this side, 3 inches on this side. Pick it up and join the edges together, just like you are folding it. So just join it together like this, and go ahead to sew it. Just sew it. Don't place it. Don't let it overlap. Let it be side by side. Don't let it overlap. Let it be side by side. So I'll just go ahead to use my hand needle. I'm using black thread for the sake of tutorial, because I want you to see what I'm doing or how I'm sewing it. So just go ahead to, you can use your sewing machine, but I prefer using my hand needle first before using my sewing machine, then before attaching it to my top or dress. So the sleeve is ready, and for the bottom side you can use this hemming tape to tape it down, and this is it. It's just too beautiful for me. I just love it so much. So let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. Thank you for watching. Bye.